Okay, so we're going to do a video bid, and I'll go ahead and write this up for you guys this evening. So that way we at least have an understanding what we do. For us, pressure washing is obviously the key. It has to be a clean surface. We use Kelly Moore paint, top of the line. We don't use any contractor junk. We use the best we can. Everything has to be clean for us to get in. Any cracks, holes, woodpeckers, seams, even like this guy right here, this seam that right here that runs all the way up, all that stuff is caulked in. Lights are taken off, then we spray, then we put all the lights back on. It's important for us to make sure that we do the top of the line paint. We like to make sure that the lights, if you decide to replace them, they don't have the old circle base that had the primer color, or the color that was beforehand. Color does not matter to us. You can pick what other colors you like. It's going to be 2 coats either way. That's just how we do business. Everything has to be done twice. I understood that you're going to have a carpenter come in and probably work on decks and so forth and everything else. And probably a new piece of gutter right there. So what I'm just going to plan on if it was already done. I'll give you a separate bid to coat the decks, but basically like railings would be painted the body color of the house and pretty much the whole thing. Underneath as well, it would have to be painted, obviously, match the body. A lot of prep. We prep everything. We scrape, we clean. That is the process. Doors, like the front door was a poly, so if it needed to, which it kind of looked like we should, we'd put a coat of poly on it. The door here would be a semi-gloss, just so that you can touch it and not have to worry about it, spray it off with a hose over time. That might be a piece of your gutter that might be going up there. Basically, we pretty much do full service paint job. All that up there, you can notice the wood grain. That is definitely covered properly when we go ahead and do it 2 coats. Nothing out of the ordinary. It's pretty much your standard stuff that we see everywhere. Again, same thing back here. Lights are taken down to paint. Rocks are actually trenched back so that we can paint that stem wall. Pressure washing is really key on this stuff. We really need to make sure that we are pressure washed and clean, so for the longevity of the paint. Decking back here again. Whatever he replaces, if it's bare wood, we prime, we paint. That will be in your cost. Same thing up here. Nothing too out of the spectrum for what we do weekly anyway, but gutters cleaned, sanded to get rid of rust, primed with a good direct to metal paint primer so that we don't end up having rust come right back through. Pretty self-explanatory. The whole works. Everything underneath will be in our bid. We paint everything. We clean everything out. We don't leave any hidden areas that you can't see. We try to do everything. 10-year paint job, top of the line Kelly Moore paints. Some pretty big walls here, but nothing too crazy. Spray, back roll, make sure that it is just covered. I really like the appearance that the paint job should be dipped. This door would be sanded down, another coat. I use a semi-gloss. I use a low sheen flat with a low sheen on the body to repel water, but on doors and stuff, especially this one's taking some water, I just usually put a semi-gloss so that way it can be cleaned over time and just longevity. That's the key. Anything that's sticking out like this guy right here would be re-nailed in. That guy right there would be caulked in. Pretty much basic. We caulk these. We caulk these. The whole idea is just to do a 10-year paint job. So hopefully this video helps explain everything under here. It would be painted into the house underneath here as well. It looked like it was at one time. And then you guys had some deck repairs going on. So if you do need someone to do deck repair, you can let me know. I do some, but this looks like it's a little bit over the scope of my job. And we'll go from there. Thank you very much. And I hope hopefully this video finds you guys well.